If I ever get to write a book, like when people stop wanting me to be their cheerleading coach, it would start with the conversations that Riley and I had this year. And now I sat in a really sad, dark room and read all of them. And it tells us such a story of like hope and belief in the. I have so many friends that coach, and if I could give them a gift, it would be to have a Riley like you for my rock this year. But you've been the kid who loved it the most and it meant the most to you. And so by virtue of that, like I had to be the best I could be because you deserved it. And every single practice for the last 3 years at well, I mean, it used to be like 10 o'clock because we used to be done at 9, but like at like 12:30 this year, she would text me and say, it's gonna be okay, we're gonna make it. Like, I believe in you, you did a great job tonight. And as a person who tries to inspire so many people, you by yourself got me through this season. And I am eternally grateful for you. You are gonna love USC. You're gonna shine there. The stadium is going to be just like it always was for senior leader teams. That means we get to go to a football game, which Ben's really excited about. So when I went there this fall and I got to see it, I was like, this is exactly what I want. The person I loved so much to get to do those 4 years. So, cheers to Hall of Famer, Riley Kirk.
That seniorly, it's like something that you'll never experience in your life ever again. I'm an emotional person, so bear with me.
We know.
But what I remember from seniorly, through all the years that I've won morals, and we've had great years, I remember the hard practices and the great practices, and yes, we did win, but everything that led up to that is what I will always remember. So even though this year didn't turn out like it should have and it didn't end how we all wanted it to, the practices where I got to see someone do something that they've never done before to the best of their ability were the highlights of my year. I wanted this for you guys so bad. I wanted to see everyone hit a day 2 routine at Worlds. It's like a feeling that you'll never experience and like you never will again. And I just hope for all of you that next year is that time. And for everyone that still has time left, cherish it. It goes by faster than you would ever imagine. I watched so many of these speeches and I never thought it would be me, and now it is. Okay, I didn't really write anything, but my mom, I should have listened, but I didn't. So I wrote some notes. So my journey at Cheer Extreme has been the best 12 years of my whole life. I remember the first homeroom class I ever went to where my mom told me I had to get a back handspring before I could cheer. And I went to the very first homeroom class and I cried and I cried and I cried because I didn't get a back handspring. It was the first one. She was like, you can come back next week, like it's okay. And it wasn't okay because I wanted to start now. But every time after that and every drive to practice has been worth it. And I'll never forget anything, and I'll hold these memories with me forever. And that senior league is just, it's more than just a team, and it's so cliche to say that we're a family, but we really are. Like, I was with you guys more than I was with my family. Every day, like every week. I want to thank my mom for every night that you drove me home at 11 o'clock and every fight that we got into because I didn't want to go to school the next morning or
yeah, that's always like that.
And I also want to thank my dad, even though he's not here and he doesn't come around a lot. Courtney thought they were divorced because he never was around, but they're not, they're together, they never were divorced. He pays for everything and he's the backbone of experience. So, even though Betsy didn't stay, she told me she was going to, but she didn't stay. I want to thank her for all, yeah. She told me she was going to stay and she was going to record her shows, but she didn't. I just want to thank her for always being at the gym. Like, I could walk in and I knew that I always had a big hug waiting for me if she was there. Funny story, actually. Courtney and Kelly used to always fight about who was Betsy's favorite, and she always used to tell me that I was her favorite, but she never told them. And so she'd just come up to me all the time and be like, "You're really my favorite. They fight, but you're definitely my favorite." Next, I want to thank Ben. Every time I walked into the gym, I knew I always could count on a big hug, except for the night when you walked away from me, but it's okay. I forgive you. You were like a second dad to me, because I saw you more than I saw him, but I could tell you anything, and I knew that you were always there, and sometimes you didn't always agree with what I did or how I wanted to handle things, but you gave me so much good advice, and I'll never forget that. I want to thank all the other coaches. There's little moments that I remember with you guys. Like, I remember at the Champions League when I was so upset and I was just having a bad day and Courtney didn't want to listen to it, and Justin did, and he just gave me the biggest hug and he understood exactly what I was going through. And, like, Dalton faced me. Like, I grew up with these coaches on my team, other than my coach, but I'll never forget that. And like Cody, like 2009, like there's so many memories. And there's so many coaches that were on that team. And so it's hard sometimes, it's hard for me to think of you as my coach. You're still like my teammate sometimes, but I respect you and you've taught me so much. Even if it was just a little comment at practice or just anything, like I've learned so much from all of you. The four of you, I can't imagine my life without you. Like, I still see pictures of me and Lexi in kindergarten together. Me and Abby went to preschool together, and I've grown up with all of you. Me and Eric used to talk on the phone when we were like 9, all the time. It was. And Molly, I still remember like in Nashville when you ran around with a curtain on your shirt that you could fly. Like, I remember those moments. I remember the first time me and Gabby ever talked in Dallas in our little talk that we do before every single competition. The people yell at us every competition because we have to go in a special place so we can hide. And I just remember coming up with that the very first time we went to Dallas together. It's been such an experience getting to face you and getting to fight together. We do fight a lot, but we never, it's more bickering, but we get to fight together, and I know that you always trust me, and I know exactly what you're going to do in the air, whatever happens. And our snooker this year didn't start out so well, but I would like to thank Denise, because I knew every time we competed, we fought together, and you were in it 110%. And Cassidy, you saved our stunt group. Like me and Gabby texted like first practice, and we were like, okay, this isn't working. Like, we gotta do something. Then we switched again, and then again. And then we saw you ask about Taylor Minshew, and we were like, okay, we want Cassidy. Like, no doubt about it. You saved our stunt group, and you brought a positive attitude into it, which we really needed. And this is hard. I would like to thank Courtney for everything. She believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. She was a role model to a little girl. She became a friend to a teenager. And now she's taught me that it's okay to move forward and to move on from things. Because I know that I can always count on her, and she's just a text away. And it makes saying goodbye so much easier, but it's still so hard. Okay, I can't really say much more about that. I'm just gonna sit here and cry. To all of you, I would just like to say thank you for making my senior year special. I wouldn't have wanted it to be anyone else. Cherish every moment you have from now on, because it will go by faster than you know. Okay, I'm done. That's about all I can do.